Welcome back to the Stevenage Sheet Metal Super 1 British Karting Championships. The senior Rotax class is up now, and I'm with the championship leader, Joe Riley. Now, Joe, pretty good start to the championship for you. You won the championship as a junior with Strawberry Racing in 2008. You made a comeback this year, but just tell the viewers what you were doing in the intermediate period.
Well, like you said, in 2008 I won the championship, and then in 2009 I did senior Rotax in Europe and I finished second there. And between then I've been with Strawberry up to the time now. I've been mechanicking and driver coaching, so working closely with the team. And now this is my year where I've come back and hopefully I can win the European and the British Championship.
And you're in the box seat at the moment, I guess. Now, who would you say at this stage is your biggest competitor at this stage? I know who I think it is, but I'd like to know who you think it is.
Kyle Fowley, my teammate, he's definitely one of the competitors. Jack Bartholomew, he's had a great round so far. And also Piers Lahane, they're my top rivals in the championship, really, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, and Kyle Fowley, I would have said Kyle Fowley myself. The thing with Kyle is interesting, he never turned up at the first round. Then he went down to Buckmore Park, got a double barrel down there, so scored a lot of points, but he's got no room for a manoeuvre. You can have a bad round and drop that score. Any viewers watching don't know, in this championship, like Formula One used to be, you can drop your worst score at the end of the championship. But so he's basically got a 0 at the first round, got no room for error. You've obviously got a little bit of room for error. That's got to benefit you, hasn't it?
Yeah, obviously there's a slightly bigger margin for me. He's obviously didn't turn up at the first round, so he has to drop that as a 0, like you said. So he can't make another mistake where, this has been not a great round for me. Hopefully I can collect some more points, but if I have to drop this round, it's not too much of a problem.
Yeah, and I think you had an exclusion yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, in the second heat, there was driver contact and had an exclusion. So yeah, so working my way up through the field in this one.
Yeah, because I had you down for winning this by round 5 and not having to go to the last round. But that exclusion there, that could make quite a difference.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to mix things up a little bit. But I think it's all down to the other drivers as well. If they get exclusions, you don't know what's going to happen to them. So you could all, it's only the third round at the minute, so anything could happen.
And so we come to the last race of the day here at Larkhall. It's Senior Max, Jack Bartholomew and Kyle Fowley on the front row of the grid from Gary Donnelly and Josh Price. John Stewart and Cameron Brown from Thomas Arm and Josh Collings. Let's keep an eye on some of the other drivers in the field. Scott Mackerel in P15 could be one to watch. And Sam Marsh could also be a fast charger through the field, as too could Jack Saffrey in the number 8. So we wait for the Rotax Max to get started. Drivers from 16 years of age in this class. Standing start, engine start, away we go. It's a good start by Fowley, a terrible start for Bartholomew. Through to second position has come Josh Price. We're on board with him now, chasing the leader, Kyle Fowley. I'm not entirely sure what Bartholomew was looking at, but it certainly wasn't the lights. He's down to 4th position already as they come into the Franchitti curves for the first time. Loading, and there's carts off the road. Shane Daly involved in that one. So is the 37 of Adam Glear. Matthew Hurst is in there. Oh my goodness, there's about 4 or 5 of them. Roy Johnson in the 18, clearing his cart away as well. And the 48 in there as well, I believe. That's Greg Simpson on board with Price once again as he chases down the leader, Kyle Fowley, in the number 3. We were looking to see if we could get 3 drivers from Scotland to win. And of course, the man from Aberdeenshire is looking for a hat-trick of Scottish winners here at Larkhall this weekend. Up the inside, though. Beautiful opportunity there for Jack Bartholomew to move up the order again. Not quite managing to make it up. Very good racing here at Larkhall. Just a quick mention, if you've spotted a driver who's from your local area and you want to give them a bit of a boost on the march to Formula One, as so many former Super One drivers have done in the past, get in touch with my co-commentator Alan Tadei via the Super One TV website, which is super1tv.co.uk. Many star drivers have come from the world of Super One on this very circuit, Larkhall, to move on to the upper echelons of motor racing. Not just Formula One, but Le Mans and Indy cars as well. Superstars like Alan McNish, David Coulthard, Paul Di Resta, Dario Franchitti, they all started their careers at this very circuit, at this very level of motor racing. And what a talent pool we've got on the grid here in Senior Max. You can see how close the field is spread, with Fowley out in front, Bartholomew in second, Price in third, and they're not getting away from the drivers behind them, are they? A huge amount of talent in this field. Just keeping an eye in the back there on John Stewart, who's in 5th position at the moment in the red cart. There he is, going into the final corner. He's one of the star drivers in this field as well, trying to make his move on the County Tyrone racer, Gary Donnelly, the number 29, chasing down the podium. And this is how close it is. The top 10 still very much in with a shout of overall victory here as Kyle Fowley desperately tries to get that little bit extra on the rest of the field. But as you can see, Bartholomew is really chasing him down. He's right on the tail now. He can almost breathe the exhaust fumes from Fowley as he makes his way through the right-hander one more time. And again, it looks like he could be making an opportunity into the final turn here. Doesn't quite make it, but he's getting closer all the time. Down the straight, into the left-hander once more. The sweeping left at Stewart, through Reed, the second corner. It comes straight after. And then on the run to Frank Kitties. This is the move, up the inside. Nicely done by Bartholomew. He takes the lead here at Larkhall. Fantastic racing. And he absolutely sized that one up perfectly as he makes his move. But they're side by side as Price closes in. Fowley's back in the lead. Bartholomew down to second once again. The man from Lewes is pushing hard indeed in the 89. He is working so hard to get that lead back from Kyle Fowley. He only led the race for about 100 metres until Fowley decided, actually, no, I'm still going to win this race if you don't mind. And he pushes his way back through to the front. But this man, who we're riding on board with, Josh Price, is sitting in the prime seat here. He's got an opportunity to watch these two go to work and slip up the inside and grab a victory. So this is how close it is. You can never, ever afford to give up in Super 1. Just look what happened a fortnight ago to Johnny Edgar in the cadets. Into the last turn, he was 4th place and he came through to win. You can never, ever say die in Super 1. It is that close and that competitive. Look at the spread. 6 carts, 7 carts in a line here as Donnelly gets closer to the back of Bartholomew, who is sniffing on the inside of Fowley, trying to make the move. Donnelly in the 29 making his bid up the inside, and Price, collision! Price goes into the final corner, into the chippings. Alan is down there. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I saw it all, Jake. Bartholomew was making his move for the lead, and while he was doing that, Gary Donnelly was up the inside of Josh Price. Contact between them, and Price has ended up spinning out. Donnelly was the man doing the overtaking. Not sure what the official's view will be. No warning flag out as yet, but that may come. I'll keep an eye, let you know.
Well, Donnelly gets it right this time, making a beautiful clean pass up into 4th position. You may have just seen the Japanese star Hiroaki Tsuchinui pulling off the circuit. Mechanical problems for him, but that time Gary Donnelly got the move done cleanly and smartly up into 4th position. Alan, he made a good move, and this time no contact by the look of things.
No contact this time. Nice clean move by Gary up the inside. It's dropped Joe back a spot, and that's done John Stewart, in my opinion, that's done John Stewart a huge favour, not only in this race, but where the championship is concerned as well. I know at the moment John Stewart not really right up there in contention, but this could help him out, this result.
A good point, well made. A 3rd position would do his championship chances no end of good. And if Donnelly continues to battle away for that 4th, 5th position, it's going to be Stewart who reaps the benefits. He's desperately trying to close in on Bartholomew in the lead and Fowley in 2nd place. But he might just have to settle for 3rd position, although Donnelly is closing in 4th position. He is reeling him in a little bit here. He might just get another opportunity to move up into the podium. Bartholomew and Fowley through Coulthard, the right-hander, and I just saw in the background that was Donnelly making the bid. Yes, Donnelly has got through into 3rd position, past Stewart. Very nicely done, a cheeky little manoeuvre on the right-hander. Yes, indeed, you can just see it in the background. Stewart in the red machine is down to 4th position. It never ceases to amaze me how close this particular championship Senior Max is. You could name a dozen of these drivers with the talent and ability to get to Formula 1, and Donnelly has left Stewart standing. Stewart is now under pressure for 4th position. It looks like he's in real trouble here from Joe Riley, who's really worked his way forward. Up into 5th position he's come. Stewart might not have 4th position here sorted out. But Bartholomew looks like he's won this one from Kyle Fowley. He's tried to keep up, he's done his best, but he just can't keep up with Bartholomew. He's going to take the victory today. A brilliant performance. Bartholomew wins it from Fowley and the 29 in 3rd of Gary Donnelly. Sam Marsh and Jack Safri went through the field like knives through butter, 14 places apiece and both in the top 10.
Gary, long way from Northern Ireland to here, but decent result for you in the end, 3rd place.
Yeah, it was good enough for me because I got in a bit of a crash at the start, but I thought it was over, but I managed to work my way back through and it came off for 3rd.
A little bit of contact with the 27 kart going through the final turn. Just talk me through that.
Well, I went to do a move on him, and he went to do a move on the person in front, and he cut my nose off, but it slowed me down a bit, but it wasn't too much to affect my final grid.
Carl, you missed round 1. Great result at Buckmore Park. Another good result today. Still a long way to go in the championship, but I was thinking earlier in the week, I did a little piece on the review show, just how I thought Joe Riley could win this championship by round 5, but I'm not so sure anymore. I think you could be the man to beat.
I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Obviously missing the first round's hard as we've no drop to score, but no, we've had more consistent finishes, 4 seconds here, so it's good, yeah.
Jack, you've been around Super 1 for a long time, and people watching you might think this is not your first Super 1 win, but it actually is, so you must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, it's been, apart from qualifying, been a perfect weekend. Both heat wins, won the pre-final, and yeah, the start of that final was a bit dodgy. I wasn't awake at the start and dropped back to 4th, and then picked my way through back to the front and got a bit of a gap and just maintained it. But yeah, first Super 1 win. Been doing Super 1 since 2009, and that was the first win. So yeah, it's really good.
Great effort from Jack Bartholomew, and it puts him 16 points clear in the championship table from Joseph Riley, Pierce Lehane, with John Stewart, Adam Glear and Sam Marsh rounding out the top 6, with everything still to play for in the second half of the championship. Well, the next time we're out for more British karting action, it'll be the TKM Festival in a few weeks' time. And if you remember what happened 12 months ago, you won't want to miss it. See you then.